Usually I would try to make things look as professional as possible. Honestly, I don't feel like doing up my room and putting everything away. That's a ukulele. I remember seeing Ian's plant video earlier during Video Fest, and it was great. He's very calm, usually. And then you get to know him and realizes that he screams when he gets pizza that he can eat. And that he rolls around on the floor and jumps like an idiot. But you can't help but love him for that, you know? There's a lot of people that are like that. Kind of myself included, until I came to ACT and was let out of the weirdo shell. It's more of just how much you're comfortable, I guess. Now, I actually don't know much about psychology yet, so I actually can't be the one to say these things. Yeah, I know I'm mumbling right now. That's a problem. I'm not looking at the camera, and I'm fidgeting while I talk. But I guess that's just how things work in my universe. There's a lot of things that make people more and less comfortable. Some of them the former, some of them the latter. And it doesn't really affect anyone until those two people who are so, different in what they find comfortable, they meet each other, and then it's a constant spinning ball of just, oh god, what do I do? Oh god, what do I do? Oh god, what do I do? So, I guess that's the only problem I have. Oh. The other problem is that I just dropped my bouncy ball. I got this from the bouncy ball machine at the Old Navy at the mall, a few ways away from the school. I dropped the ball again. No. And it's a great ball. I really like getting bouncy balls. They're just fun to throw around, roll around. You hear me when I get excited, the couch starts to creak and squeal and do couch things. This couch, old. Really old. I don't really know why I'm doing this. I just am. I dropped the ball again. And it's not really... I like to do tricks that aren't actually impressive, but they are very stimulating and kind of pressurized. It doesn't... I don't really understand. I hit the camera. I have a whole box of bouncy balls over here. I used to wear that box on my head, and it's painted, and it's got holes in it, so I can. I don't have much to talk about, actually. Sometimes I wish I was a bird. I stole that from my mother, because she would always talk about it. Soaring in the wind. Just having a fine life. Maybe you're one of those eagles. The ones where you're safe and protected and you don't have to worry about anyone coming along to poach you or any predators that you might be scared of, for the most part. Ugh. I need to stop trying to do tricks. I know I can't. But when you really think about it, are birds that cool? Sometimes. When you hear them in the morning, they're all annoying, going... But then, yeah, listening to them, and I hear a certain bird sound from your childhood, like the mourning dove. A lot of people like talking about the mourning dove. Whenever I heard those, I used to think they were owls, and I'd tell my mom there's owls outside. And it would be 4:20 p.m. in the middle of August. There wouldn't be an owl outside. And she's like, are you sure it wasn't the mourning doves? I'm like, I'm sure it wasn't the mourning doves, because I didn't know what the mourning doves were. I thought they lived in water. That's probably one of my biggest faults. I have so many misconceptions. I thought Chernobyl was pronounced Chernobyl for like 4 years. Probably because of those Texas beach memes that pronounce it Chernobyl. I also mispronounce a lot of other things. Like Hermione from Harry Potter. Hermione? I never could. I never really read it. I just read Hermie after a long while. There's a bunch of things I thought too. Like Pokemon types. I always got Pokemon types confused. Especially the Flabébé line. They're pure fairy for their whole line, but at some point they feel like they should be grass type because they literally fuse with the flowers. Even if they weren't at the first stage, they did by the third. I don't think there's anything worse than that. When you're so adamant that something is one way and it turns out to be not that way. It's a case of Mandela effect or something that there should be. Something that you need to fight to change, even though it's never going to be changed. I think that's how you can describe most of the world. But some of those things, they're changeable.